Not so much spell damage as usual in this particular version. He has got it. He's got one emissary. He has got something else, a couple of cosmic anomalies. But he's not playing full-on Thalnos and Black Cats and stuff that we've seen from other players.
So more traditional to the original aggro mage list, but just with a couple of changes.
Yeah, you've still got Luna and Anomaly, which means you've got a little bit more board presence, so you're not so all in on your spells, and your spells are better. So, looking good for Thijs, I would say here. Shooting Star is particularly good at doing 3 damage in conjunction. They're all Celestial things with Celestial Emissary. They're all like things that Stargazer Luna looks at. All of the new cards, they're just named after things that Luna likes, which I appreciate.
I'm glad. I'm glad that they were able to make you happy, eventually.
Yeah, that's an unexpected result.
Thijs is just going to play this mana worm.
He is.
He's going to throw it in, just saying, all right, draw a card, why not?
Best way, usually. It's getting a bit excitable back there again today.
I mean, something that I have noticed at this event, just from playing downstairs with some of the players and from hearing the players watch the games as well, people are just excited to watch Hearthstone at the moment. Like, this expansion is just given such a new burst of energy into a lot of these matchups that had, if I'm honest, become a little bit stale towards the end of the expansion.
Yeah.
Some of, not all.
Yeah, some of, because we still had Hunter
some
appear
were
at
very
the end,
exciting, don't get me wrong, but there were some matchups.
And this venue does that to people as well, because it's so laid back. Everyone can just chill out on sofas and chat and play table football against each other.
Which we still haven't done yet.
No, I'm still preparing after my first. You
Thrashing.
destroyed me originally.
You've been getting better though.
Maybe a few weeks.
Yeah. All right, I will, from 3 weeks from now, I will challenge you to a game of table football.
Okay. We'll stream it. Not sure where from, but we'll find a way.
Where there's a will, there is a way.
Thijs,
he's trying to
wills
find,
and ways.
yeah, he's trying to find a way to get through some of this damage whilst also not drawing too many cards for Demon. But you've got to imagine, in theory, this mage deck should just beat this Mechathune Priest, because there should be too much burst damage available.
And the minions are sticky enough. It's not just the burst. The minions get the job done way before Psychic Scream gets anywhere involved in the matter.
Yeah, and the thing is, you're okay after Psychic Scream because you still have the burst. The scary factor is if this gets to turn 10, and suddenly the Omega Medics come into the equation.
You're donezo as a mage then.
How are you doing another 20 damage?
You're just not. Sure. Unless you get a Luneth maybe with, maybe you keep the Sorcerer's Apprentice for a Luneth and just dump things at your opponent, but that's the only way at that point.
Unfortunately for Demon, no way to play around explosive runes to try and negate that damage. That's quite a lot of damage coming from the runes. And now you can get spell damage on these arcane missiles. If you
problem is, yeah, you've got to kill off the Acolyte.
Yeah, you just trade him with the 2/2, and then you go anomaly coin arcane missiles if you want to. This is the alternative route. It's actually just drawing through your deck a little bit more, cycling, finding those bigger, more powerful spells, or finding an Luneth
weapon.
And the thing is, yes, okay, Demon does have the Ooze in his list, but a Luneth usually has done the damage when it's just played, when it draws the 3 cards.
Exactly.
It's not like Skull of the Minari, where you could just kill it off and then suddenly it doesn't do anything.
If you kill it, it's just a bad Nourish, but bad Nourish for 3 on your worst case scenario, it's pretty good. And his Demon's now got this problem of he's going to have to use the coin again just to get the Psychic Scream going.
Yeah, and you're okay using 1 coin.
But he can't do it yet. First of all, he's got to get there. Then do you want to use the coin to...
Wait, no. Can he use 1 coin? Yeah, so 4 gargoyles will die in total. So yes, you can use 1 coin.
He's going to just clear up, though, this way. Does find the Power Word Shield, which is beautiful for him. Going to allow him to clear as much as he wants. He probably chooses to save the coin now. He can probably afford to take one. He's just going to do it.
Yeah, you get rid of this 4 damage, and you can also play a Novice Engineer to draw through as well. Sorry, yeah, ignore that.
I did.
Yeah, thank you.
I was just trying to save you.
Well, it's because the mana hadn't caught up with the turn. So
but because now he's used the coin, the Psychic Scream means that Thijs can repopulate the board and go at it again next turn for quite a lot more damage. But the Omega crew haven't arrived yet, and they're going to save the day if they do.
Wait, no, you just can't deal with this 4/3. And there's Ruins available, there's Frostbolt available, a Luneth there as well.
I love how this card must have been designed. Like, we're redoing sort of GVG and Dr. Boom and stuff, and somebody in the background is going, I want Cthulhu back. And then it appears. Just completely different to the rest of the set. Let's make it a mech, then it fits. That's great.
Yeah, it doesn't quite follow the law of World of Warcraft, but they did announce that, of course, Hearthstone now doesn't have to follow the law of World of Warcraft.
But it's great. It's just great how it went with GVG plus Cthulhu. And I like the fact that things silly happen like that because it makes me happy. And like you just said, not many things make me happy, Dan. But silliness makes me very happy.
So the explosive runes would do more damage if Demon played a minion into it before trading off. So he needs to make sure he does kill off the right minion. Or maybe he just Psychic Screams.
Yeah, he's got Scream into Scream, which gets him a lot nearer to his...
I scream, you scream, everybody loves Scream.
Such a child.
Compared to you, yes. Everyone is.
Just getting nearer to his Omega guys. His huge health gain, which will just end the game if he gets there.
Yeah, and if he draws them, at the moment he doesn't have them available. Thijs was just trying to work out this turn how he properly wants to pilot it. By killing off the Novice Engineer, it means that he's less likely to be punished by the end of turn effect for the Pyromancer.
There's also a decent chance that Frostbolt ends up getting some synergy with Luna, the way he's played this next turn. So he doesn't have to go all in on a Luneth, because if he slows down for a Luneth after a Psychic Scream, he might not be in a great spot. So he wants to play Luna later, and maybe get some value from that. Demon desperately, as always we keep saying, trying to hold on to his AoE, but against his mage deck, he's a bit scared he just dies over 2 turns probably if he does this.
Well, that's the thing. In theory, he could deal with this board with Soul Priest if he wants to. But by doing so, he does just open himself up to maybe more damage coming out from... Okay, why the circle first?
I knew you were going to ask me that.
Do you know the answer?
Looking at it, not sure. Is there a space issue coming up?
Not that I know of. Either way, Thijs is going to be able to just find quite a considerable amount of damage here as well.
Oh, does it retain the damage now these days?
Oh, what, you mean when you shuffle them back in? I don't think they come back out as 3 points,
either. But I was just grasping for something there that I've missed.
Second Scream used. Cinderstorm and Frostbolt there. That's even more damage available for Thijs. But it's hard to pass up an Alunith here. But is Alunith too slow? There's an Omega Medic available.
Yeah, and that's pretty tasty, but one more turn needed still, so Thijs got to get it done now.
You got to remember there is a runes in play as well for Thijs. That's even more damage if Demon puts anything into that.
Second medic. Can he get to it?
Well, he doesn't want to play a minion. If he plays a minion, he has to play Soul Priest. So that only deals 1 damage to him. He goes down to 6. Heals himself back up to 8.
That wasn't me checking the card this time, by the way.
No, I know, that was him. I'm not surprised.
Just stare at it long enough, it might say 9 mana crystals.
Because you need to find something here if you're Demon, because you are struggling. So we can go back up to 8 after healing. There'd be 2 damage on board. Frostbolt at 5, so you'd only need a Fireball or a Frostbolt off the top.
Well,
if he can get to turn 10, Demon,
yeah,
maybe
but how does he do it? Like you say, if he plays a minion, the minion just blows up.
I feel like your best chance is just healing yourself up to 9 and you pray. Gargoyle is probably not the answer because then you're taking even more from the runes. So I feel like it is just heal up and pass and hope.
Yeah, I think he's trying to work out the rules. Like, does the coin count as putting you on 10 mana crystals?
And he hopes that Shooting Star is not the damage.
I think he spent that turn trying to work out if Gargoyle gives you the coin and you play the coin, then you've got 10 mana crystals, so you can play both medics. But
then you would have used 3 mana, right? But yeah, maybe he was trying to think of something.
Yeah, that's what I think he was doing, the way he was hovering over, just trying to work out.
All right, but now you can play these medics and suddenly you're right back in this game.
Because Thijs just completely whiffed.
Yeah, okay, so I was going to say, Soul Priest first is fine. You don't want to play Soul Priest and scary things happen, but Soul Priest is the best way to go around runes.
Yeah, especially now the second secret in place. Oh, that's why he played the...
Yeah, he was testing for counterspell earlier, yeah.
Good. I'm happy with that now. I was completely confused.
Well, it was like production moved the secret down to the bottom for us, which was really nice. I had that trouble yesterday a few times. I missed the secret because it was hid under the screen. But now Thijs needs to find a way to get damage, and I suppose a Pyroblast is a lot of damage at some point, and you do need the extra damage in this matchup now.
Yeah, and Demon can just win this by not dying now. Doesn't need to do any Cthulhu stuff. Just needs to not die, and a Luneth will do the rest.
And in theory, sheer board presence from Demon as well now, because the minions that Thijs is going to be playing aren't going to do that well into these 3/4s.
Yeah, Ty needs to pick up damage, but Demon has used a lot of his healing.
But Cosmic Anomaly, I can't even say that
this
word.
Is great. I'm looking forward to casting with you for the next 12 months.
Anomaly.
All these words that you can't say that I say naturally, like floop and flippidness.
Yeah, because then every time I mess up a word, we can then just ask you to say a word as well.
Yeah, it's going to be great
both
fun.
Just sit here like melons together.
Yeah. Did melons say words? Anyway, this is pretty important. This is the quarter-final. The winner does go, oddly enough, to the semi-final. And if it's Demon, it's going to be an all-French semi-final, because the next match is an all-French affair. He can dig for Divine Hymn if he wants to. But again, it's that not having a way to proc the counterspell thing. So if he plays the Gargoyle and get it killed, he can get a coin which can allow him to Shadow Vision for Divine Hymn.
But he can't.
That's going to take a long time. He can't do it this turn. He have to do it next turn. But he's probably not dead straight away, so he's probably got a little bit of time to set that all up.
Unless he gargoyles, plays Soul Priest, and then kills off the Gargoyle with his hero power. But then you're missing 2 extra healing points, and I think they are going to be very vital.
You win if you don't die. You don't need to do anything other than stay alive, because a Luneth will kill Thijs eventually, but eventually is a long way off yet.
Yeah, and like I think it's the Cinderstorm is not going to be getting through these minions, so you might have to use the Anomaly plus Shooting Star, for example, to try and get through these minions. Combine that with Cinderstorm, and that's suddenly quite a nice turn.
Yeah, just Shooting Star is just really good in these spots. I played a bit of this deck, although I played the more spell damagey one. And Shooting Star is just the MVP in the deck.
Yep, and then Cinderstorm comes out afterwards, followed by a Frostbolt, I imagine. And suddenly your one Fireball in the deck is looking like it might just be able to get you over the finish line for Thijs and get you close, and get you into that semi-final.
But let's talk about how this Demon did play that Gargoyle last turn to get this coin, which gets the counterspell out of the way. But is there enough else he can do? I don't think there is. Gaskin's making sea monster noises.
You can get yourself up to 12, but then you still die to just Fireball.
Because you can't get rid of the minion easily.
Rid of the Anomaly. The more times I say Anomaly, then the more used I'm going to get to saying it.
I know.
None of those cards heal yet.
They don't. Powered Shield might. Is there anything else you can do? Like Twilight's Call into Gargoyles into... No, that doesn't work.
No, that doesn't help you. You just have to hope that your opponent doesn't have any spells.
Yeah, Circle of Healing, heal your own face, kill the minion with the Soul Priest. But then how do you kill your Soul Priest next to it? It just sits there and you die.
I mean, this way he can kill off the Anomaly, but unfortunately we have Fireball, we have a hero power for Thijs, and that means he's going to be just about getting his way into the semi-finals, finding his way through this Mecha'thun Priest that wasn't able to find a victory. We were worried from the get-go whether this was going to be the deck that Thijs would just feed on, and he has done so.
Yeah, massive surprise for us there, unfortunately, because I wanted to be surprised. I wanted to see how that deck really did its thing, but every single time, 2 games it just didn't look close, and the middle game looked like it was still fumbling around a little.
Yeah, it was struggling. And like there was some exciting moments towards the end where we were like, oh, okay, maybe it does find a victory. There was the point where Thijs played into the Shadow of Death, which I'm sure I'm going to ask him when he arrives on the couch, as he does arrive. Thijs, finding your way into the semi-final. First of all,
way. That's a good way to describe
I mean, okay, so let's talk about game number 4, which I think you realized there